age, and I boxed for St Michael's Boxing Club in Poglas. I grew up in Poglas in West Belfast. It's an area of high social deprivation, and for a lot of people, much like myself, the only way away from sort of the high levels of antisocial behaviour and drug abuse and suicide is through the medium of sport. And for me and many others, we found our way away from that through the art of boxing, and that's when I came to St Michael's Boxing Club at 11 years of age, and from then, you know, my life completely changed. Masculinity to me is being able to use inner mental toughness and strength through the medium of boxing or any other sport, but in particular boxing, to express myself and gain more confidence within myself. And I find that through the medium of boxing, I'm always able to do that, and I feel very confident in myself. Growing up in Ireland, I'll say it's a country with a very rich history in boxing. So we've always had sort of great influences to look up to and sort of measure our masculinity to and try and mirror. People like Andy Lee and, you know, young up and coming boxers like Mick Conlan and stuff who are very successful on the world stage. You know, so we've all sort of had that bar to live up to, and it gives us the ability to chase something, and I think that's why we tend to be so confident in our masculinity. Masculinity is very important to a lot of people around sort of the areas that we grow up in, particularly in West Belfast and all across the north. It's very important to us because, you know, we grow up in areas where there's high levels of antisocial behaviour, and you never want to become a victim of that. So a lot of us find our masculinity through sport or by other means, and it's just to ensure that we never become a victim of violence or anything else. So we find through boxing that we have the ability to defend ourselves, and, you know, nobody comes near us to bother us. For me, training creates an outlet for me. It allows me to channel my energy into something. It's made me the person that I am today, and, you know, whenever you're training or you're sparring or you're hitting the bag, you're always trying to bring an intensity to it that can't be matched by anybody else. You're always trying to believe in yourself and visualise that, you know, you're going to be faster than your opponent, you're going to have much more willpower than your opponent. I think masculinity is something that can certainly fluctuate, especially in young men around my age and around the late teens, early 20s. It tends to be something that does fluctuate. You know, when you're going into a fight with another man, fighting's such an insane proposition for people that, you know, your masculinity can be tested, especially when you're defeated, as I've been many times before as well. A lot of young amateur boxers do experience defeat, and it's something that can affect your masculinity, and your masculinity is something that is not in a permanent state of residence. It's something that will always fluctuate up and down regardless of whether you're a boxer or whatever you do. But I think particularly in young men, and especially in young men who perform sort of individual sports, it tends to be more of a fluctuation than that of someone who maybe is in a team environment. So yeah, masculinity is something that definitely isn't permanent, and it can sort of go up and down.